Good evening. As I said at the very start of these meetings, President Biden has been clear that he is committed to managing this important relationship responsibly. Our aim in every engagement with China is to deliver for the American people. Under President Biden's leadership, the United States has and will continue to advance its interests and values, look out for its friends. And as we do, we believe that competition with China does not have to lead to conflict or confrontation. The key is responsible management through diplomacy. Beginning in May of last year, that diplomacy has been an all-hands-on-deck effort across the U.S. government and the cabinet, which has included 4 meetings between myself and Director Wang Yi, as well as engagements between Secretary Blinken, Secretary Yellen, Secretary Raimondo, and their counterparts, and many other cabinet secretaries and their counterparts. Those discussions helped lay the foundation for a productive summit between President Biden and President Xi in San Francisco at the end of last year. There, our leaders agreed on concrete steps on issues that matter to the American people, and for that matter to the world. This week, I traveled to China for the first time as National Security Advisor to take stock of where we have made progress and what work there still remains to be done, and also how we can responsibly manage the difficult issues and the differences that we have in this relationship. That's been the focus of my meetings with President Xi, with Director and Foreign Minister Wang Yi, and with CMC Vice Chairman Zhang Youxia. This was a true working visit. Over the course of 14 hours of meetings, we discussed progress and next steps on implementation of the Woodside commitments, including our work on counter-narcotics and efforts to reduce the flow of illicit synthetic drugs into the United States. Military-to-military communications, including an upcoming engagement between our theater commanders, as well as work towards another round of AI safety and risk talks. Among other issues of global concern, we discussed the recent efforts to reach a ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza. These meetings were also about managing tough issues, as I said, in areas of disagreement, and I was direct on these issues as well. The United States will continue to take necessary action to prevent advanced U.S. technologies from being used to undermine our national security without unduly limiting trade or investment. We have continued concerns about China's unfair trade policies and non-market economic practices. We remain deeply concerned about China's support for Russia's defense industrial base and its impact on both European and transatlantic security, not to mention on Russia's brutal aggression against Ukraine. It is a top priority for this administration to resolve the cases of American citizens who are wrongfully detained or subject to exit bans in China. And this was another opportunity for me to raise those cases, as I have done in my prior engagements. I also underscored the longstanding U.S. commitment to universal human rights and fundamental freedoms. In all of my meetings, I stressed the importance of maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait, emphasized the United States' commitment to complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, and I reaffirmed the United States' commitment to our Indo-Pacific allies, including our concerns about destabilizing actions against lawful Philippine maritime operations in the South China Sea. These were constructive, candid, substantive conversations. We believe that keeping lines of communication open is critical, and to that end, we began planning towards a leader-level call in the coming weeks, where I expect these discussions to continue.